The most dangerous enemy in your life doesn't argue with you. They agree with you. They nod, they smile, they clap, and secretly hope you never rise high enough to leave them behind. These are the people who celebrate your wins as long as your wins don't outgrow them. Today, we're talking about 10 people you must quietly eliminate from your life. Not with drama, not with speeches, not with emotional exit interviews. You don't announce it, you adjust access. You move like a ghost. Let's get into it. 1. The professional victim. This person has a PhD in "nothing is ever my fault." Every story ends the same way. They were betrayed, they were sabotaged, they were misunderstood. At first, you feel compassion. You listen, you defend them, you try to help, but then you notice something uncomfortable. They are the only consistent character in every disaster. And here's the real danger. Victim mindsets are contagious. Stay around it long enough and you start seeing enemies everywhere. You start blaming instead of building, complaining instead of improving. You cannot construct a powerful life sitting next to someone allergic to accountability. Reduce access. Stop being their emotional customer service representative. 2. The subtle hater. This one is smooth. You start a business. That's risky. You get promoted. Must be nice. You start improving yourself. Don't change too much. They never attack directly. They plant doubt, small seeds, daily, and seeds grow. You don't need obvious enemies when someone in your inner circle quietly hopes you fail so you don't outgrow them. Stop sharing your dreams with people who clap nervously. Distance requires no announcement, just less access. 3. The energy vampire. You hang out for 1 hour. You need 3 days to recover. Every conversation is heavy. Every call is drama. Every meeting becomes unpaid therapy. They don't ask how you are, they unload. And repeat. Your nervous system deserves peace. You are not obligated to carry someone who refuses to carry themselves. Protect your energy like it pays rent, because it does. 4. The competitive friend. Everything is a contest. You're tired? They're more tired. You're busy? They're busier. You achieved something. They achieved bigger. Friendship is collaboration, not competition. If someone cannot celebrate you without calculating how to outshine you, they are not your teammate. They are your rival in disguise. Let them compete alone. 5. The gossip distributor. If they gossip to you, they gossip about you. It's entertaining, it feels bonding, it feels exclusive, but someone who constantly dissects others will eventually dissect you with the same enthusiasm. Build a life so focused you don't need to consume other people's drama to feel stimulated. Peaceful people don't need constant updates about chaos. 6. The boundary breaker. You say no, they push. You say you're busy, they guilt trip. You say you're uncomfortable, they laugh it off. Repeated boundary violations are not misunderstandings. They're tests, and every time you tolerate it, you teach them the test has no consequences. Stop negotiating your standards. Access is earned, not assumed. 7. The perpetual negative thinker. They can find darkness in a sunrise. New opportunity? Too risky. New relationship? Probably toxic. Big dream? Unrealistic. They disguise fear as realism. There's a difference. Realism calculates risk. Fear kills possibility. You cannot fly if someone keeps grabbing your ankle. Optimism is not delusion. It's fuel. Protect it. 8. The user. They appear when they need something. A ride, money, connections, advice. But when you need support, silence. You are not a convenience store. Healthy relationships are mutual. If someone only calls when their battery is low, stop being their charger. 9. The past version of you. Plot twist. Sometimes the person you must eliminate isn't external. It's the old you. The version that tolerated disrespect. The version that stayed quiet to avoid conflict. The version that dimmed its light to avoid attention. Growth requires shedding identities. And yes, it's uncomfortable, but so is staying small. You cannot become new while protecting who you used to be. 10. The comfort zone enabler. This one sounds loving. Relax, you're doing too much. Be grateful. Sometimes that's care. Sometimes it's subtle sabotage. Growth lives in discomfort. Not everyone who wants you comfortable wants you successful. Be careful of advice that keeps you average. How to eliminate without drama. You don't post quotes about evolution. You don't send paragraphs explaining your spiritual awakening. You adjust availability. Longer response times, less personal sharing, clearer no's, fewer invitations. Watch what happens. Some people disappear immediately because they valued access, not you. Others adjust. Those are the ones worth keeping. This is not about becoming cold. It's about becoming selective. The hard truth. Your future depends more on your environment than your motivation. You can watch every inspirational video in the world. If your daily circle feeds you doubt, drama, and distraction, you will shrink. And here's something slightly controversial. Not everyone deserves closure. Sometimes silence is closure. Sometimes distance is the explanation. You are not required to set yourself on fire to keep old connections warm. You're evolving, and evolution offends people committed to staying the same. If this made you uncomfortable, good, because deep down you already know who came to mind during each point. That's not coincidence, that's clarity. You don't need revenge. You don't need speeches. You need peace. And peace is expensive. It costs certain people, but it pays you back in focus, growth, confidence, and emotional stability. Ask yourself one final question. If I became the strongest, most disciplined, most focused version of myself, who would still fit in my life? Be honest. The quality of your life is tied to the quality of people you tolerate. Not attract, not love. Tolerate. Stop trying to fix people. Start upgrading your standards. You don't need more conversations. You need firmer boundaries. You don't need closure. You need discipline. Discipline to choose long-term peace over short-term comfort. Move quietly, adjust access, and watch how your world changes when your peace becomes non-negotiable.